A parable about spirituality. A full jar. The philosophy professor, standing in front of his audience, took a 5-liter glass jar and filled it with stones, each at least 3 centimeters in diameter. At the end, I asked the students if the jar was full. They answered, "Yes, it is full." Then he opened a jar of peas and poured its contents into a large jar, shook it a little. Polka dots took a vacant place between the stones. Once again, the professor asked the students if the jar was full. They answered, "Yes, it is full." Then he took a box filled with sand and poured it into a jar. Naturally, the sand took a completely existing free space and closed everything. Once again, the professor asked the students if the jar was full. They answered, "Yes, and this time definitely, it is full." Then he took out a mug of water from under the table and poured it into the jar to the last drop, soaking the sand. The students were laughing. And now I want you to understand that the bank is your life. Stones are the most important things in your life. Family, health, friends, your children. Everything that is necessary for your life to remain complete even if everything else is lost. Polka dots are things that have become important to you personally. Work, home, car. Sand is everything else, little things. If you first fill the jar with sand, there will be no place left where the peas and stones could be placed. And also in your life, if you spend all your time and all your energy on little things, there is no room for the most important things. Do what brings you happiness. Play with your children, spend time with your spouses, meet friends. There will always be more time to work, do house cleaning, fix and wash the car. Do, first of all, stones, that is, the most important things in life. Determine your priorities. The rest is just sand. Then the student raised her hand and asked the professor, "What does water matter?" The professor smiled. "I'm glad you asked me about it. I did it just to prove to you that no matter how busy your life is, there is always a little room for idleness.